Every Canada Day, someone who left for the US years ago looks up and wonders if it's time to move home. If that's you, there may be some financial problems waiting. And it's not just the higher taxes everyone warns you about. First, let's talk about the wins. Number one, your unused TFSA and RRSP contribution room from before you left still sits there waiting. But TFSA room doesn't keep growing in the years that you were a non-resident. However, here's the issue. If you contribute to a TFSA while you're a non-resident, the CRA can assess a 1% penalty per month on that contribution for every month it stays in the account until you withdraw it or become a resident again. The room is yours, but the timing isn't quite free. Number two, once you're a resident of Canada again, your healthcare generally stops being a big monthly insurance bill. However, there can be waiting periods until you get Canadian coverage again, and you might want private coverage while you wait. Number three, if you came to the US on a work visa and never became a US citizen or green card holder, leaving the right way can mean you no longer have to file US tax returns as long as you don't keep US filing triggers like a business or a rental property. Now, let's talk about what catches people off guard. Number one, if you're a US citizen or long-term green card holder, moving back to Canada doesn't break the tax relationship. The IRS can tax your worldwide income no matter where you live. Number two, the TFSA that everyone calls tax-free works a bit differently when you go to the US. For US tax purposes, the income and growth are generally taxable and the reporting can be very messy. Number three, Canadian ETFs and mutual funds that lots of people own may need to be restructured. US rules can treat them as PFICs, with heavier tax treatment and extra reporting each year. Okay, well, what about your 401k or IRA? The Canada-US tax treaty generally lets you keep the tax deferral in Canada until you start taking money out. But when and how you draw the money down becomes its own planning puzzle. If you get the timing and withdrawal strategy wrong, you can end up with more tax than necessary or even face tax on the same income in both the credits don't line up properly. Here's what people get wrong. Everyone fixates on the higher Canadian tax rate, the part you can just Google. The expensive surprises hide in the details, the accounts that nobody restructured and the funds that became a tax problem. So if Canada Day has you thinking about home, give your financial side the same head start that you give the move itself. Plan it before you cross the border. Do you want a second pair of eyes on your move financially? I run VJ Wealth, a cross-border wealth firm. If you're somewhere in the thinking about it stage, that's usually the best time to start.